Hey y'all, welcome to your roommate's favorite podcast, Unfiltered Unprepared. I'm your host, Selah Robinson.
And I'm Amarah HInds.
I'm Ayanna.
And today we're going to be talking about budgeting in college and how to budget properly and how to save your money in college, because we all know it's hard to be a broke college student. So what do y'all think about budgeting in college, and how do y'all feel about it, and how has budgeting grown since you got to college?
I don't budget and I don't save money, so I'm probably like the last person to talk about this, but I'm just saying the things that you should do. So basically, this is the opposite of what I do. Don't spend your money all in one place for like dumb stuff. Like if you really want to like spend your money, it should be for stuff that you need. And I'm not saying, you can't treat yourself every once in a while, but that little $5, $10, that's going to add up and you're going to miss it. Like for like stuff like party tickets and like other stuff like that. And necessities, less like groceries and stuff. The C-store is definitely a good way to like have like be on a budget, because you can use your actual RAM card instead of actual money to like swipe and get some stuff. And it's really cheap. So, and it's on campus. So like you can definitely get necessities from there.
Yeah, I feel like for people who don't know what the C-store is, it's like a store that you could, like, you don't have to use your real money for. Like, you can use the money that the school gives you to like get food on campus, but you can actually get like some groceries and like hygiene products from there. And I feel like that's also a really good like resource to use when budgeting in college, because like Amarah said, like sometimes that $5, $10, that stuff adds up, because it's $5, $10, $5 here, $10 here, $5 there, and that all adds up to about $30, $40, $50, and then now you're wondering where all your money went. It all went to the $5 meal that you just got and the $10, McDonald's that you just got, but that stuff really does add up in the end. And I feel like people don't really know that. I didn't notice that until I started, like, the coffees in the morning, and the ride and like the little Ubers and little party tickets, the little drop money on bottles and stuff like that. That stuff adds up. And honestly, like, you just really just gotta look at it from like the bigger picture of like all of that stuff being added up, and I feel like having a budget really helps for like the little stuff.
I agree on that. Another thing I would say would be like trying to minimize, like, cause I know like parties and stuff, it's like where you kind of see everyone, get to meet new people and stuff. But by basically, before you get here, some people go to work and then they come here, or if you get a refund, like prioritizing that, try not to spend it all at one time, or like put half of it up. And once you see you spending a lot, put the half that you had, half save up. Don't spend that. Like, just try to always keep half of what you're getting, so then it's like you're not really spending much, and just try to keep everything contained. Like, I understand spoil yourself, but don't go splurge on the moment because you got it there. Like, really think about, I'm gonna have this event coming up, maybe I need to save, so it's not like you struggling or you're not having a hard time. Or by going and spending your DB before you want to go off campus, or before you want to order your food. Or when you go to the store, just go all out and get stuff that you can cook, something that you can like do meal prep and stuff with. Like, just finding every other reason to save money and not trying to spend money on unnecessary things. Because at the end of the day, that party ain't going to help you live the next day. That bottle ain't going to help you live the next day. Like, trying to get around, that's not going to help you live the next day and succeed in what you came here for. So just really knowing what your priorities are, and if you don't have it in budget, then just don't do it.
I agree with Ayanna. And like she said, like priorities and stuff. Like, let's say like I got $40. No, let's say I got like $60, and homecoming or Ramfest is coming up, and the pass is $50, but I know I got to get groceries. You should get the groceries before you get the pass, because I would rather have groceries in my fridge and miss out on every single party, but I know that I'm fed and I got my priorities straight, than go to every single party and I'm starving when I come back home and I ain't got nothing to eat. Now, not only did you go broke going to parties for like weeks and stuff, now you don't got no food, now you don't got no money to get said food, and you just spent your last on like stuff that only comes around, like that will come around again and again. So, yeah.
Yeah. I also feel like a big thing is like, don't waste your money trying to look like you got money. Like, I feel like people do that a lot. Like, people be blowing money to make it look like they have money. People be getting the newest shoes, the newest clothes, the newest coats, whatever. And they don't have that money because you got the newest coat, but you still hungry. You still hungry. You still got to walk to the cafe at night because now you don't got no food, groceries in your fridge. So I feel like that's the big thing as well. Like, don't spend your money trying to make it look like you got money. If you don't got it like that, you just don't got it like that. And that's okay. I promise you, everybody in college is like, nobody really gives a fuck. And I think people don't understand. Nobody really gives a fuck. Like, if you got the newest sneakers, you can walk around in Crocs all day, every day, and nobody really gonna give a fuck. You can walk around in the nicest shoes, $1,000 shoes, and people gonna like, oh, okay.
Exactly, because I don't care what nobody else got.
I really don't, like, and nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck about what the fuck you got on or what the fuck, like, what clothes you got on. If your jacket is from Walmart or if your jacket is from, like, Norfleet. Like, nobody really gives a fuck. Like, I've never seen somebody be like, oh, where's that jacket from? Norfleet. People I be looking at people's clothes and I be like, oh, that's cute. Where you get that from? They be like, Amazon.
Exactly.
Shein. Like, don't go broke trying to make it look like you got it if you don't really got it.
Yeah. Period.
Totally agree with all of that.
Yeah. And let's say, like, you want to spoil yourself. Go to, like, cheap, like, stuff. Like, for example, like, Shein. Shein is very cheap. You can get at least, like, 5 to 10 shirts for, like, no, like, you would get, like, a good handful amount of shirts for, like, $20. Amazon, they got some good stuff. And sometimes going in person, like, to the mall and stuff, that saves a lot of money, like, with delivery fee and all of that. So, like, if you genuinely want to spoil yourself sometimes, it's okay to go cheap. You don't got to get $200 shoes or whatever, or, like, $50 jeans, because you don't need it. You don't need it.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, how have y'all grown since being in college about money? What's being in college taught you about saving money and, like, having money?
I haven't grown. I'm still working on it. It has taught me that I'm gonna miss them $5 little dollars, them $10, all of that. Like, every dollar counts. Every dollar counts. So, yeah, that's what I have learned.
I agree with that. If you just, like, splurging every time you get some money when you really need it, you're not gonna have it.
Mm-hmm.
In college, I really learned that, like, paying for what's needed and then having some for when you just want to, like, splurge and have fun is always needed also, because you don't want to feel like you're not getting nothing for you and you just wasting money. You don't ever want to feel like that. Also think I've gotten better with not just trying to do everything because I see someone else doing it or someone else has it, that I feel like I need to get that too. Because at the end of the day, they is them and you are you. Just because everybody else got 15 bottles in their room, don't mean you need to go get 15 bottles, because at the end of the day, they don't want to have money at the end of the day. And they could probably still have money at the end of the day, but getting 15 bottles is really not what you need to be doing when you know you have bigger and more important stuff to do. Because at the end of the day, when you leave here, no bottle's not going to matter. The bottle's going to be gone and no one's ever going to remember that specific bottle that you had. So just trying to minimize not having as much fun and try to focus on what you're really here for, then you won't spend as much money.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like trying to impress people with things that you have, like bottles and like that, it's not going to do nothing at the end of the day. It's still, like, at the end of the day, like, nobody's going to think about, oh, wow, she had these shoes on today. I really, like, nobody cares. Like, nobody's thinking about that. Oh, they might say, those are some nice shoes in the moment, but that's it.
Yeah, I'm not going to think about the shoes.
I'm not going to bed at night thinking about the shoes.
I'm not. The shoes is the least of my... The shoes is not going to help me pass an exam the next day. So
thank you. Because that'd be what most of these college kids is worried about, is passing their exams and stuff. Like, the shoes are cute, but are you passing those exams?
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, with budgeting and, like, learning about money since I got here, I just learned, like you don't need to, you could save. I learned to save money.
Mm-hmm.
To save money, you don't, like I spend money. Yes, people look at me like, oh yeah, you spend so much money, but the whole time I don't touch my savings at all. My savings just be sitting there growing the whole time, and I just be sitting there like, because if I don't got it, I'm not gonna spend money I don't have.
Yeah.
But I have it, but it's not there for me to spend.
Yeah.
So I think just prioritizing what's important and what's not important, and having a real set budget about this is important for right now. This is not important for right now. I need this later. I need this now.
And
That's real important.
you also touched on a good part, spending money that you don't have. That's I feel like that's one of the biggest misconceptions about saving money and not saving money, because a lot of people, they would spend their last trying to go to their friend's dinner or something like that. And it's if you don't have it, it's okay. You don't have it. We understand, we are all broke college students. That is not a myth. That is true. We are all broke college students. So it's okay to not want to spend your last. If I have $10 in my freaking savings account right now, I'm not gonna go to a $30 dinner and be yeah, I'm gonna go because I don't have $30 on me. I have 10. So let's it's also just you be using common sense and being smart about it too. If you know you got $3 to your name, don't be trying to go nowhere that costs $50 and you know you don't got it. And you can't call a family member because family members don't got it. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel that's also a big thing is try to not rely on your family members for
Yeah.
every single thing, because it's it'll teach you how to not rely on people, and I feel that's what college has really taught me. It's not rely on nobody. I don't have to call I know how to budget my money without having to call my mom or be Mom, I need you to send me this. No, I feel college has really taught me to just be more independent and actually just learn my money on my own.
I agree. I mean, there's nothing wrong with calling on your mom because, everybody needs a little help once in a while. Unless, your mom is, your financial support system and, your family is I don't want you to have a job. I want you to focus on your studies. Unless it's, something like that, even the little money that they do send you, try to not all spend it in one setting. Try to manage that. I understand, when you go to the store, eggs freaking $7, which is crazy. But at the same time, it's just trying to prioritize that, trying to not spend everything they do give you so then you can have a little extra money for yourself. Just doing the best that you can of your abilities. I understand money is power in the way that other people want to go, but try not to spend everything as fast as you get it. Because then when you really want something, you can't get it because you done spent all you had.
Yeah. And a lot of us, don't work on campus or don't have a job while we're in college. Some of us have to, go home in order to make the money and stuff like that. I know I'm one of those that I don't work on campus. I don't have a job on campus or off campus. My money is made when I go home and stuff like that. So even if you do have a job on campus, this still applies to everybody, prioritizing that paycheck, because whether you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, you still have to, prioritize that. Because, Ayanna said, eggs is $7. A lot of stuff in the store is expensive. Diapers is $20. So, yeah. So you want to definitely prioritize and don't splurge it and spend it all in one place.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that you touched on a good point with prioritizing and not spending all your money on one place and stuff like that. I feel I don't know. I feel a good saving method is having money put away and keeping that money untouchable. Unless something catastrophic is happening, don't touch that money.
Yeah.
There's this money that I have put away in an account that I just don't touch.
Strictly for emergencies.
Strictly for if I'm dying or if something is happening crazy, I need to leave somewhere. So I feel having that type of money aside is really helpful, because if you spend all your money and you really have nothing left and something actually bad happens, you're gonna be stuck. There's gonna be you could call people to help you, but that's not a guarantee. If they answer the phone or if they have it or not.
Yeah.
Sometimes you should just have that money put away just in case, because accidents happen, situations happen. It's just good to have money, your own money put away for emergencies, because anything can happen and accidents happen, mistakes happen, anything. So I feel that's really important.
Yeah. I agree. Like, strictly like using said money that you put up for emergencies too. Like, if you need to genuinely go somewhere, like, not to a party, but like, have to take care of some business and you don't got a car, stuff like that, or like you need food or whatever, stuff like that. So definitely prioritizing what you need versus what you want. Like you need food and you need hygiene products. You don't need jeans, or like you don't need $200 sneakers. You don't need to get that party ticket. You don't need that bottle of the party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So this is the end of our podcast, Unfiltered Unprepared. I'm your host, Selah Robinson.
I'm big Amarah HInds, not the little one.
It's Ayanna Wayne.
And we'll talk to y'all later. See y'all.
Bye. What do you want to be, y'all?